You're talking about the Great Lakes and all that. Are you from Michigan?
I am from Michigan,
Okay.
yes. I spent some time out in Kansas. I spent some time out in Arkansas, but I'm originally from Michigan.
Okay.
So,
All right.
yep.
Did you want to pull a seat back up there? I don't know. At least.
I can do that.
Yeah. Guys, working up a sweat here. It's hot under these lights,
Well,
I know.
it's the burger lights that are on here. Makes me feel like a burger in waiting.
I read that you had been a police officer and.
I've been a police officer as a professional rodeo cowboy.
Wow.
I think I've had every job you can possibly have.
On the opposite ends of the spectrum there.
Not really.
No?
No, not really. There's a lot of the same attitudes between the two.
And why you don't do the either or anymore? I'm assuming.
Well, I'm a retired police officer. I retired,
Okay.
so I don't do that anymore.
Yeah. All right.
And I still do the rodeo. Not like I used to, but I still do. I used to travel quite a bit.
That looks like it's really intense. That kind of a,
Well, I always say if it was easy, everybody would do it.
That's true. That's true. I mean, did you literally, do the bull thing? I don't even.
Well, I was a steer wrestler.
Oh, okay. Thanks.
A steer
wrestler.
Yeah.
Wow.
And the hardest part about steer wrestling is getting the steer into those little wrestling trunks.
Yeah.
Yeah, they fight that.
Yeah, that would be rough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I tried riding bulls for a year. I actually was on a bet. I traveled with a bull rider for a while, and he bet that I couldn't survive a season riding bulls. I lost the bet. Yes.
That just. What was the longest you were on a bull?
Oh, 8 seconds.
8 seconds. Well,
But
that's pretty long.
That seems like an eternity. That's all you have to ride is 8 seconds. But it seems like an eternity.
Oh, I can imagine.
Yeah, it's a long time.
Get me off this thing, All right, those they just look so dangerous. I mean,
well, they're big. They're big and fast.
Fat, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you get on
and
one's
they're really
back,
ticked
and
off.
They're like 3 foot wide and solid muscle, and they move really quick.
Yeah.
To have something that large, moving that fast, and being that athletic is pretty amazing.
Yeah. Yeah, they,
Put it this way, they were a whole lot more athletic than me. That's why I didn't survive a year.
Oh, yeah, just getting the thought of, getting, flung off of those, and then, you have to make sure they're not going to come around and, stop you.
Getting stepped on is the worst. That's happened.
Thus, you need the rodeo clowns.
That's right.
You didn't do that part, did you?
No,
okay.
I always thought that would be cool to do, though. I always thought that would be a neat thing to do. It'd be actually, they call them bullfighters.
Bullfighters. Okay.
Yeah.
See,
Yeah.
I've actually
the
never been
clown's
to
the guy in the barrel that cracks the jokes. The guy they're actually fighting the bull, those are bullfighters.
They have to be. I would imagine they have to know what they're doing. Not just like, makes it look like they're just clowns and goofing around, but they really have to be seriously know what they're doing.
They have a lot of thankful cowboys out there.
That
appreciate their performances.
I bet. Oh, well. Rodeo cowboy, police officer, and musician. Interesting.
Yep.
Interesting realm there. It was like,
Well, it's not that unusual. Chris Ledoux was a rodeo cowboy. He was Chris Ledoux?
I don't know.
You don't know Chris Ledoux? Holy smokes.
I'm
Chris
sorry.
Ledoux. He was he's done a couple songs. Actually, he's passed away now.
Okay.
But he did some songs with Garth Brooks. He wrote a couple songs that other big names did. And Chris Ledoux is the 1973 bareback bronc champion.
Oh, really?
Of the world, yeah. So there you go.
Well,
cowboys have to listen to music too.
But I was just thinking, you're certainly not thinking of a song while you're on one of those things.
No,
it's like, get me off of this.
Yeah, that's what you're thinking. Please, Lord, let the buzzer
8 seconds,
ring.
Yeah. Can those 8 seconds go any quicker, please? All right, some good stuff there. Well, interesting, very interesting. All right, we need another song.
Okay.
All right, what do you got for us?
All right, this is one I wrote last year.
Okay.
And I'm going to sit down for this one. It'll be
fine.
easier. And it's called Father's Day.
Okay.
And I come by the whole cowboy thing, honestly, because my father was a cowboy.
Oh.
So
Very good. All right.
This is Father's Day.
Bob Marsh Show.
Well, he's 87 years old now. But in his day, my father was quite the cowboy. He worked cattle. He rodeoed some. He trained horses. He was also a horse trader. Now, I understand that horse traders don't have the best reputation or image, and rightfully so. And it was never his lifelong goal or intention in life to improve on that image. Well, if he could take advantage of somebody in a horse deal, he would. He denies that to this day, but it's true. Now, my father never had a lot of patience with people, in particular me. But there were a few things I learned from my father. He taught me how to look into a horse's eye and know what that horse was thinking. He taught me how to watch the way a horse moves and know what the next step that animal was going to make it would be. Those are things I value to this day. Now, my father's the perfect example of that old saying, if I knew I was going to live this long, I would have taken better care of myself. If he works too hard or works too long, he has to take oxygen. And he walks mostly with a cane these days. So bent from years of living rough, playing like cowboys play, my old man stood alongside a horse on one Father's Day. He said, one last time before I die, I'd like to ride once more and feel the freedom of a horse like I did long years before. So the family gathered round the pen and watched on Father's Day as slowly and with pain-filled eyes he tried to find a way. Finally, with his two sons' help, he sat and filled that seat and rested in that saddle with the stirrups around his feet. While he gathered up those leather reins in his gnarled hands, he bumped his leg and gave a cue, moved across the land. He sat up tall and looked at home on that gelded bay while he looked once more like 21 on that Father's Day. His smile spread wide, clear across his wind-worn, weathered face. Obvious to all that watched, there was no other place he'd rather spend his time than on that gelded bay. He felt the freedom of a horse on that Father's Day. The path we take in life is a maze to find the way to hang on to the love we seek and turn the hate away. And on that rock-strewn trail, mistakes are often made, but all of that was left behind on that Father's Day. All of that was left behind on that Father's Day.
Bob Marshall. Very nice.
Yeah, thank you.
Very nice.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.